it's, unfortunately, once you leave and you blow up, when you come back, then they go,
yeah,
you're amazing.
Yeah.
You're a genius. I'm the same person I was 15 years ago. You didn't acknowledge me then.
I mean, yeah, that's your experience.
I'm telling you what I know. I'm telling you what I know. It sucks.
Yeah.
It sucks. And it makes you want to cry because you're like, why aren't you hearing me? Why? It's like you're scratching against the wall and beating against a window. Nobody hears you. Except you go someplace else and they go, love you.
Right.
All right, people. We're back again at Rated Test Kitchen, but this time I'm joined by two people, both Darius Cooks and Juwan Rice. If you're familiar with the last episode, you'll know that we talked about a lot of great things, enjoyed a lot of just culinary concoctions curated by you.
Yeah. It feels like it was yesterday, but this was months ago.
6 months ago.
Was it 6 months ago?
6 months ago. Yeah.
Wow.
That was September. Is that not crazy?
Look at life.
Yeah.
Look at us. Just living life.
Crazy.
This is we'll call it the reunion episode.
The reunion.
That's what we'll do. Yeah, we'll call it that. So for those not familiar with who you two are, who are you? We'll start with Darius. Kind of let the people know who you are and what you do.
I'm nobody. Trying to tell something. No. Just a lowly food blogger. That's it. I play in food all day, create food. Have a couple of products for sale that people enjoy. And I'm just a food guy. I love food. I love doing things with food, talking about food, curating food, being around food, fat. So that's it. I'm just a food guy that loves food.
What about you, JR?
He basically just described me. I mean, you guys know who I am. I'm Chef JR, owner of Rated Test Kitchen, J Rice Spice, JR's Gourmet, the whole 9 yards. I feel like I should introduce who Darius is because I feel like he didn't do himself justice.
I didn't do myself justice?
He didn't do himself justice. He made it so nonchalant, like he's just...
That's how I feel.
A dude on the street, like, no.
Yeah, that was so low-key and
What are you going to say? Tell me what you're going to say about me.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay. A phenomenal curator when it comes to products, when it comes to experiences across the world, when it comes to taking a new spin on recipes that we're so used to. I own like half of Darius Cooks' his cookbooks because they're so unique. They're not just the traditional recipes. It's not just cornbread.
No, it's not.
No, he gotta throw Hennessy butter on top of it and make it fancy and make it gourmet. But that's what people want. They want something that's new and out of the box, and that's what Darius is able to provide.
Wow.
He can write the next forward in my next book. The acknowledgement.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I mean, last time you were here, we talked about a lot of different things in St. Louis, in the community, and also just your journey, how you got started and established. So you're back here in St. Louis.
I'm back again.
The week of 314 Day, too.
I know, and it was, let me tell you.
Again.
No, and let me tell you.
Was that intentional?
No, it was not intentional. Because if it was 314, I would have stayed until
that's
Thursday.
What I knew. Dante was like,
I mean, look, it's not too late to reschedule flights.
I don't know anything about 314 Day. I don't even know what it is. But apparently it's huge.
So basically 314 is the area code for St. Louis.
I know that. I know that, yeah.
So we just take pride in that.
Yeah.
Okay, do you do like, is there a parade or something? Or?
Pretty much.
I don't know what's going on.
People
honestly.
flood the streets. People call off work. There's like all
so
types of stuff going on.
Okay, so it's like a pride.
It's
St. Louis Pride.
St. Louis Pride Day.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
St. Louis Pride Day. Yeah, no, I'll be gone on the St. Louis Pride Day. I'll let you guys enjoy that. I have come to do reviews, and I've done quite a few actually. So I have one more tonight, and then that's it. I'm done.
So you're out first thing in the morning tomorrow.
Mid-morning-ish.
Okay.
I didn't take first flights out tomorrow because I'm, these days I'm soft lifing it. So, I'll get up and have a cup of tea and, head to the airport, things like that,
Because those 5 a.m. flights are not a fan of anybody.
No.
I prefer them though.
Do you?
Oh my God. The first flight and the last flight has to go. Give me where I need to be.
Really?
Yeah. Only reason I'm not taking first flight, I didn't take the first flight here is because the Airbnb wasn't ready yet. Things like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But normally when I travel for work, I want to be on the first thing smoking so I can get where I got to go.
Okay. Right.
Because now we got the doors falling off planes and the wheels falling off and whatnot.
Them people got paid good too.
And I'm flying United. It's like in Houston. So I don't have a choice. I mean, I have a choice, but it's stupid. Why would I fly from Houston to Atlanta just to come to St. Louis? Ain't that dumb?
No, that's dumb.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So no Delta for me. I could have flown Southwest, I think, but Houston was the guy first class.
Yeah. You're here in St. Louis right now.
I am.
And I'm going to repeat some of the things that you said in the previous episode. So let's
Okay.
recap. And I want to know if you still feel the same, you feel differently, or
Not the
complete.
repeat.
Yeah, let's
Not the quote.
Here we go on
He
the
got
repeat.
the receipts.
Not is it true you said?
Oh
We
my
got
God.
receipts. All right.
Okay, what
so
you got?
let's start with, you said there was a dark cloud over the city of St. Louis.
Yes.
Do you still feel after this trip that that's the same? Do you feel differently, or do you completely disagree now?
The same.
The same?
The same.
Why is that?
Yeah, and when I say dark cloud, let's contextualize this.
Yeah.
Dark cloud because I was reviewing Black-owned restaurants. So my experience was from a Black-owned restaurant experience, right?
Okay.
I still feel that way today about Black-owned restaurants,
Yeah.
right? And the Black-owned restaurant experience. Luckily, I've been to places like Blood and Sand, Timothy's. I've been to a few other places that they've sort of expanded that view for me outside of the Black experience.
Yeah.
But the reason I say that is because I haven't even gone to a Black-owned restaurant while I've been here. I went to one. I have gone to one, but not primarily Black-owned restaurants. And the Black people are still finding an issue with me just posting a photo of the food I got from a restaurant. I didn't even tell you how I felt. You have no idea what's going on in my head. You have no idea how I felt or how I feel, yet you are upset. Where is this anger coming from? Let's take a step back and let's process this. Why are you so upset about somebody taking a picture of your Chinese food and posting it online? I never said one negative thing about your food. Where's the anger coming from? That's what I mean when I say a dark cloud. It's just angry for no reason. And I don't understand why.
Yeah, I notice, like, personally that St. Louis gets really defensive at like every little thing.
But you know what's crazy is that they get so defensive when there's an outside person doing something. But it's like, we're not even supporting each other. So what are you defensive about?
Exactly.
That's what I don't understand.
Yeah. There
So
needs
you
to be
feel like there's no
community.
support here?
From what I have experienced, I had to do everything on my own.
Yeah.
Like literally everything.
Yeah.
And like the community
That's
will
so
say that they
frustrating.
support on a social presence. Oh, I want to come to your restaurant. Oh, I want to buy the spices. But where's your order?
They never do.
Where's the reservation?
They never do.
Yep.
It's like you can support me on social, but at what point does that transfer
It
to something
doesn't.
else?
Yeah. What
doesn't.
point do you cross that boundary of just being somebody that's like sharing the post to actually executing on hitting
Once you
purchase
leave-
that ticket?
Mhm.
Once you leave.
And then two, they will do things to, I support you. I shared your post just so that you acknowledge them.
No, it's so sad. I was born and raised in Chicago, third largest city in this country, and I would not be Darius Cooks had I stayed in Chicago.
Yeah.
It wouldn't happen. I wouldn't be who I am today had I stayed. And it's so sad because now Chicago supports majority of everything that I do, right? So they're there, they're buying, they're supporting, but I had to leave Chicago, blow up in order for Chicago to support me and say, I love him.
Yep.
That's my boy. I love him. When I was in Chicago, I wasn't your
Nothing.
boy.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know if this is I don't want to call it a Black thing because I don't know if this is a Black thing. I don't have enough information. But it's like we don't support until somebody else supports.
Yes.
We don't support until somebody else acknowledges.
Yep.
We
Absolutely.
don't validate until somebody else validates. And I go, I'm the same person I was. You know, I have a pastor in Chicago. I've never told this story, so he's going to hear this probably for the first time. I have a pastor in Chicago, grew up in the church. The acknowledgement of my gift as I was growing up by him, minimal. And I'm talking about, I probably can count on one finger the number of times I was validated or acknowledged.
Yeah.
Not that I was seeking it, but that's the way it was.
Yeah.
I leave, viral sensation, things are happening. I go back to church. Oh, that's my good friend, Darius. And you go, what?
Right.
Who?
Huh?
Right.
Oh yeah, and and don't get me wrong, they do buy. A couple of orders came through with their names on it, but that couldn't have happened 8 years ago.
Right.
That wasn't going to happen 15 years ago in Chicago. It wasn't until I left Chicago that they go, oh yeah, he got something. And it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate.
It is.
But you have to leave your home in order to make it, and I don't know what that's about.
So hearing how JR describes his experience here, does that do you see parallels about your experience in Chicago?
He's got to leave. He's at this point, Juwan is too far ahead of where the audience in St. Louis is. Once he leaves, becomes a sensation that everybody knows he can become.
Yeah.
He can then come back to St. Louis and then they'll lay claim to him. Mm-hmm. The problem is it going to be too late for him? Mm. Is he going to want to come back to St. Louis, or is he going to want to go someplace else? Yeah. Where now he feels, because once you've done the damage, it's hard to repair.
It is,
and unfortunately, it's a community, not a team. All right, it's a community, not a person. So you can't go to them and say, "This is what caused this," or "You could fix this." You can't do any of that, right? So you can't come back and go to one person and now everything's restored.
Yep.
It's, unfortunately, once you leave and you blow up, when you come back, then they go, yeah, you're amazing.
Yeah.
You're a genius. I'm the same person I was 15 years ago. You didn't acknowledge me then.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
That's real.
That's so real.
That's real. I mean, yeah, that's your experience.
I'm telling you what I know. I'm telling you what I know. It sucks.
Yeah.
It sucks. And it makes you want to cry because you're like, why aren't you hearing me? Why? It's like you're scratching against the wall, against a window. Nobody hears you, except you go someplace else and they go, love you.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I went to New York. I'm so glad I had that experience.
Mm.
Yeah. I'm eating different food, meeting different people.
Yeah.
I'm outside of the normal. And sometimes you need that.
Yeah.
Not just,
oh, absolutely.
Not just your brand needs it, but sometimes you need to go and experience. And I did that, man. Best thing in my life. Go, leave, pack up, go. Never be afraid to leave.
Well, you heard it here. I'm packing my stuff and I'm out.
Never be afraid to leave. I mean, do it responsibly.
Consider this the official reveal.
Listen, do it responsibly, but never be afraid. You can always come home.
Yes.
That's true.
But, and this is an old lady once told me this. I was at we had a church, they had a restaurant on the corner, and it was like, I don't know, 5 or 6 old ladies who used to feed me as I was growing up. They all, raised me growing up. And her name is Geneva Jones, and she makes the best everything. And she was a lunchroom, she's still alive, but she's a lunchroom manager for 30-something years. One of those ladies. Yeah. And I was down at her restaurant, and she looked at me and she grabbed my hand. She said, listen, son, you need to do everything you want to do. I don't want you getting to my age with regret. I wish I had the courage to do what you're doing.
Wow.
She said, do it. If you lose everything, you have time to rebuild it.
Yeah.
If you wait till you my age, you lose it, you don't have time to rebuild. Do it now. Stuck with me. Stuck with me. Ever since. Geneva Jones. I don't even know if she remembers the conversation, but Geneva Jones, who makes the best sweet tea you ever had in your life, told me that at that restaurant on Lake Street, and I'll never forget it.
My God.
Ever.
Wow.
Yeah, that's something heavy on my mind right now because, I'm turning 30, which is not old, but it's another decade of my life beginning. So it's I feel like
I'm 42.
I feel like time is going by, But
I'm 42. Shut up.
Which is also young. But it's as you're deeper into it and you could say you're 5, 10, 15 years into something, you kind of do a lot of reflection of all right, how has this been going?
Yeah.
What have I learned on the journey? So yeah, it's you never know when your future self is looking back at the past, you right now, and learning from you.
Never, yeah, you know. And that's why you gotta keep going. You gotta keep going.
Yeah.
You can't stop, man. You can't let this stuff stop you. I almost cussed.
You can cuss.
It's
fine.
You can't let this shit stop
we
you, man.
cussed last time, but we keep it going.
Yeah.
Okay,
the church people cover the ears.
You can't let that shit stop you, man. You gotta keep it up, man. You gotta keep moving. You gotta keep going, bro.
Yeah.
So moving and keep going, let's move on to the next topic or the statement that you said. And you said that St. Louis is an extremely passionate city.
Yes.
Would you say that's true? Or you disagree now?
It's true. Very passionate. Most cities are passionate.
Yeah, they are.
But baby, St. Louis will argue you down to the ground about which emos is the best emos when they just all right. Okay?
They will. That's true. We will.
Baby,
we will.
The 4 chop suey places all say the same thing that tastes the same, and they're gonna tell you number 2 is better than number 4. Okay. If you say so, but it looks identical,
right,
and tastes identical to me. All right. And please don't tell them you don't like a St. Paul.
Huh.
Don't ever open up your mouth and say that. What do you mean you don't like a St. Paul? Well, I don't eat eggs.
Yeah.
What do you mean you don't? It's amazing. We love it here. Okay, I'm glad you do, but I don't. And they'll wear you out, man.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Lord Jesus,
it is so
baby.
true.
St. Louis is very passionate, very passionate.
Listen, when I tell you St. Louis has some of the most diehard Rams fan when we had the Rams,
bro.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
The Rams will be 0-30 and they'll be like, the Rams is the best team in the league.
Be passionate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not disrespectful.
Yeah.
Be passionate.
Yeah.
Not shady.
Yeah.
They got room for that.
Yeah.
You know, be passionate. Not clout chasing because you want to do an interview. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly, yeah.
We good?
Wow.
You see where I'm sitting, right?
Yeah.
All right, good.
Yeah. Absolutely.
You see where I'm sitting, right? I'm not there with them.
Yeah.
Enough said.
My gosh. Wow.
But where you're sitting right now is Rated Test Kitchen.
That's
and
where I'm
you
at.
said
What I said.
You said that this place restored your faith in St. Louis.
It did.
Oh wow.
It did. Yeah, I put Rated Test Kitchen top 5s on everything. Like top of the line. And when I came, you have to remember I'm eating macaroni and cheese half cooked. I'm eating collard greens that are not seasoned. I'm eating green beans out of a can.
Yeah.
And you come here and you have vegetables.
Yeah.
Prepared well. Right? Everything is different here. And it's beautiful and fresh and amazing. So at the time, this definitely restored my faith in St. Louis. And I came back it was that quest, like what else can I compare to Rated Test Kitchen that's going to be just as amazing or even better than what JR has. And I found some places that are on par. I went to Blood and Sand. It was outstanding. It was on par.
Yeah, walk us through that experience then, because that's one of the only reviews you've put out so far, right?
I haven't even put the review out. The only review I put out was Timothy's, and then I went to Emo's and I previewed that one today, this morning. But going to Blood and Sand, I didn't even know what to expect. Mm-hmm. It's in this like industrial building. You don't know where the entrance is. Yeah. I walked in.
It's borderline in the alleyway.
It kind of is. It kind of is in the alley. Nobody is inside when I walk in. This R&B hip hop music is blaring. Yeah. I'm like, oh, what the hell did I walk into? Visually, the place is stunning. Yeah. It's beautiful. It's stunning visually. And so I go in. And the lady's like, she's so nice. And what's the seat you over here? Okay, fine. So I look at this menu. I'm looking at this stuff. I'm trying to read this stuff. What is this on this menu? What is kangaroo, elk, and tartar? I said, what the hell have I come to?
Kangaroo.
Yeah, kangaroo. And it was kangaroo tartar, which means it's raw kangaroo.
It's raw kangaroo.
And a kangaroo can't be fresh. It had to have been frozen.
Yeah, it got to be frozen.
So we're doing frozen, defrosted tartar. I'm black. I don't even eat regular tartar.
That part.
I need my tartar cooked. Okay? That's what I need. I need sauteed tartar and put it in a tortilla and call it a taco. Okay?
What?
That's what I need.
Carnitas.
Yes. Yeah, okay? That's what I need. Okay? With some pico or something.
That's too funny.
That's what I need. So I'm looking around like this is not going to be good. And so I start going through stuff that looks halfway decent. So I'm like, okay, let's go with the crab soup. Let's go with the baby Jim salad. Let's go with, the this or that. Man, they started bringing me their food out one by one. First of all, they brought me the cocktail. It was a cocktail. I read it. It said cold brew reposado. I didn't think it was coffee. I don't like coffee. Yeah. So I said, I'm not going to like this. So let me just go and try it. Honey, I sipped that thing so good and said, now what is this? They had the little ice cube with the little logo inside. The piece of paper. It was beautiful. Then they started bringing the courses out one by one. Just flavor explosion, everything I ate. And it was so expertly done. They had this beef cheek poutine, right? Beef cheek is like the best braised short rib you ever have in your life. It's like the best pot roast you ever had. But they give you a amuse. The amuse was fennel bruschetta. And you go, now who wants to eat that?
Right.
Why the hell do I want to eat a fennel bruschetta? After the first bite, I want to become a fennel bruschetta. I want to become a fennel bruschetta.
Okay, it was
I
like
fooled
that.
around and put the bruschetta on top of the poutine. So the acid cut through the fatness of the beef and the cheese. Listen, I almost went into a Baptist fit right there in the white people restaurant. In them white people restaurant, I almost went into a Baptist fit. Dante, the food was out. It was exquisite. Service was amazing and beautiful, and everything had a surprise. They had this, I don't know, and I said, how do you come up with this stuff? They had this baby Jim lettuce and romaine with, I don't even like walnuts. They had the regular roasted walnuts.
Yeah.
Little cubes of butternut squash, and it was 2 shrimp cut in half. So it's 4 little shrimp on the thing.
Yeah.
And they put it on half the plate, so it's plated all nice, and it was tied together with a honey Szechuan vinaigrette. I said, okay, I guess who's putting Szechuan with romaine and having romaine with butternut squash and walnuts?
Right.
You know how you chew a nut up, and you make your own nut butter in your mouth? That's the only way I can explain it, right? But if you know what I'm saying, right? If you chew peanuts or you chew cashews, back up and through there, you done made nut butter in the back in your molars, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was about to call and say, bitch, when you tie together that nut butter with that honey Szechuan dressing and them roasted butternut squash cubes.
Yeah.
I mean, whoever thought of this should get an Emmy. It was that, and then the numbing from the Szechuan. Oh, Lord. It's the more you ate, the better it got.
Okay.
So the experience, if you can't tell, was spot on.
And I know people in the comments were like, why do you want it to be numbing? It's an experience. Yeah, it's a part of the experience.
Yeah, it's like if you've
it's
never
hard
been,
to explain.
If you've never had, because they're used to that Chinese food that's red.
Oof.
Right? Or they're used to that fried rice that's brown.
Right.
With them little slivers of onions in there. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if you go over to get the real Chinese, or just go to places like San Francisco, or go to places like Chicago, or go to New York and have real, true, authentic Chinatown. Philadelphia has a beautiful Chinatown. And you go and you get like the real Szechuan chicken or the Szechuan sauce, it's gonna numb everything you got.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna come out numbing you.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? But that's what it tastes like. And it's beautiful and amazing and delicious. But you gotta get out of, let me get a St. Paul, let me get fried wings with the sweet and sour sauce on it. You gotta get out of that. You gotta get out of that.
I mean, the experience doesn't just end with taste. Like there's layers to it.
Well, but they do the shit so well. They do it so well.
Yeah.
It's like coming here. It's like everything you thought you knew about what you were going to experience
out
has just been
out the window. Yeah.
And, you know, I've been into that. They had this crab bisque with Aleppo pepper on top. And, you know, I said, this is going to be too salty. It's not going to be right. Oh, that crab bisque was so good. I'm talking about every spoon. She said, can I take it away? I said, yeah, let me get one more spoonful of this before you take it. It was just that good.
Wow.
She packed everything up. It was the food is fantastic. The poached. No, it wasn't poached. It was a pan-seared cod. So I can talk about food all day. It was I don't cross my legs. See, I got comfortable. It was a pan-seared cod with spice, like a Moroccan spiced cauliflower, right? With spinach and a smoked tomato broth with thinly sliced chorizo sausage, and not the crumbly chorizo, the real like summer sausage chorizo. On top, roasted off. The fish was cooked well all the way through, and the crispiness of the chorizo was almost like bacon. Baby, that smoked tomato, and it was watery. The broth was water. It was thinner than this. It was outstanding.
Oh, wow.
It was outstanding. I was in heaven. Can you tell?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm thinking about
the experience. Like now I'm like, okay, maybe I need to book a reservation.
There should be a line out the door. The place was so good, I couldn't stop eating it.
So you heard it here first, folks. Blood and Sand.
Blood and Sand.
That's the place to go.
Blood and Sand.
Okay.
In addition to Rated Test Kitchen, of course.
Yes.
You gotta go.
Rated Test Kitchen, Blood and Sand. Timothy's was good too now. Timothy's was good.
Okay.
And I just came from Twisted somebody.
Twisted Tree? Yeah.
Is the tree twisted? That what it was. Somebody was twisted. It was started with a T. Might have been a tree.
Yeah.
Okay, the tree was twisted over there.
The tree was twisted.
The tree was twisted. I went to Twisted Tree. And you know, not for nothing, that buffalo sauce and that ranch sauce. And they also had a red pepper aioli.
That sounds
some
so
of the
fun.
best I've ever had in my life.
Oh, wow.
They changed the name from Twisted Tree to Buffalo and Ranch because it was a house-made herb ranch, and it was a brown sugar buffalo situation.
Really?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, wow.
What sweet hot sauce? Now, how bad can that be?
Yeah. You can't jack that up.
And it was, and I had it with the shrimp wrapped with the bacon with the jalapeno thing in it.
Oh, yeah, that sounds...
Oh, I sit over there like a fat pig. The drinks were bullshit. The drinks not good. Drink's not good. Don't go good.
That tree too twisted for them to make good
Drinks.
drinks.
Too twisted.
And she
They done twisted all the liquid out the tree.
she came, I should have known the helper was up to something. She come over with the menu and she's like, "There's a new drink." I said, "Okay, well, I'll try it." It had egg white. Leave my egg whites out of that, okay? I don't want no macaron. I don't want none of that.
Nah.
So she brings the thing and I never knew how much it cost. It was supposed to be like a martini or something. It was horrific. It wasn't even good. It was still sitting there. I left it over there. $30. I paid for that.
You serious?
Bucks. Yeah, I
Wait,
paid
one
30
drink?
bucks. Yeah, for one drink. And if it's good, I don't mind.
$30.
Now the drink I had yesterday, with the coffee in it,
Yeah.
that's a $30 drink. That ice cube alone about $15.
I was gonna say the ice cube, it's about $15. Yeah.
So I don't mind doing that, but if it's good, I'm gonna pay for it.
Yeah,
But it wasn't good. It wasn't good. So don't go there for no drinks. Go there for the food. The food is amazing.
Oh man,
Food's good.
So whenever you're sitting at these tables with all this food, when you take the photos, do you just post them as is? Do you do any kind of editing, like brighten it up?
No.
You just post it as is?
As is. I ain't got time for all that. I'm 42. I ain't got time for all that. I ain't got time for all that.
Listen, if y'all don't got nothing else to do, just go to Darius' post and look at the comments. Because I swear, them people, they be like, "Oh, he edited the photo on this one." Nah.
The way
it's just like, that's just how it is.
The way it's given to me is the way I post it.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, I don't. Nothing special. I mean, my own photos, are
of course.
My cookbooks and all that things I post for content. Those are doctored,
sure.
but other than that, no.
Man.
Okay. I mean, that's good. You keep it real and genuine and just show what it is.
If you're looking at my content going, I'm gonna see if I want to go to that restaurant. Don't you want to see the pictures?
You want to see it as it is?
Absolutely, yes.
That's it. And that's good and bad. Even my own stuff. I mean, I look at some of the stuff the people post of my food when they come to dinner parties. I go, that looks horrific.
I do the same thing. People post these terrible pictures at Rated. And I'm like, that's why we ended up getting these little lights. Because
it looks horrific.
It would look terrible.
God.
I'm like, damn, did we serve that?
Yeah. We've been unserved it. And then, the other thing I hate is that, they use it as ammunition against me. They go, you're rating all these restaurants, but look how your food look. Well, you have a non-professional taking a picture with an iPhone 2.
And he got chicken grease on the lens.
You know what I'm saying? It's an iPhone 2 that's blurry. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they go all like...
Right.
Yeah, and then want to take a photo.
In their shadow, too.
Right. And they want to take the photo and then post it, and you go, oh, Lord Jesus.
Yep.
Next time, let me take a picture, please.
Oh, my gosh.
That's why it's nice to have a light that also changes color temperature.
Temperature, yeah.
Or you just need 3 of them,
Yeah.
to eliminate the shadows.
Yeah, put them all together.
It's going to be what it's going to be.
So do you position lights or anything, or do you just really take it as is?
I'll take it as is.
Just completely.
As is. If I'm outside, take it as is. If I'm inside, take it as is. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
That's good. Like I said, we like the real, authentic,
That's what I'm
genuine
saying.
experience.
No doctoring up. None whatsoever.
You mentioned that there is a lack of St. Louis vegetables, like vegetables in dishes.
Oh, Lord. Yeah.
Which,
in the black community.
I mean, I'll be real. I agree. I feel like we need more vegetables. We need more nutrition.
There's no
we need those
riboflavin.
macros.
I wanted to see, I need to go to the hood. I need to take a mobile medical van with me and we need to do blood tests and check the levels of the average people that live, the black people that live in St. Louis. We got to see what the levels looking like. Because you can't tell me that the levels are all good because there's no vegetables.
No vegetables.
If you eat the vegetables, they're in a can. I went to a restaurant yesterday, Tasty Eats. Not one vegetable. French fries. That was it. I'm 42. I can't eat French fries as a vegetable. I want to live to 52. I'll be dead by this weekend.
Right.
I can't eat that.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, I'm not a health nut. And look at me, I'm not a health nut. But I like broccoli.
Yeah.
I like butternut squash. I like cabbage. You don't have to always cook it in lots of oil and grease. You can just give me regular vegetables. We're good with that. There's ways you can jazz it up. Give me a carrot.
Yeah.
They don't eat that.
Some Brussels sprouts.
Yeah, something.
Something.
They don't. There's nothing green. You go to the what's the place I went to yesterday? I went to the chop suey, Ferguson chop suey. Everything's brown.
Yep.
It goes in brown, comes out brown. Jesus. Is there any variation here?
There's no variation there.
Everything's brown. That's what I mean when I say there's a lack of vegetables. It's like everything's brown. And I hate to make this a race thing, but I go to Blood and Sand yesterday. Tons of vegetables.
Vibrant.
Tons.
Vibrant. Yep.
Color.
You have a colorful plate.
The average grocery store, 35,000 items in a grocery store, and you choose to serve no vegetables. That's so crazy to me. Not a pea at all. You want to serve a pea. zucchini, something, nothing.
Wow.
So what are some vegetable focused dishes that you would like to see or have you enjoyed at other restaurants?
That's a good question. I don't even know if I can even give you
that hummus that you posted.
Oh Lord, at Timothy.
Yeah,
baby Timothy.
I wanted to go get some. I'm like, this look amazing.
Timothy, if he don't serve nothing else but hummus, he should make a couple $1 million a year.
And you know it's good when you eat vegetables with dipped in vegetables.
Oh, when I
it has to be good.
True. You season vegetables with vegetables.
Exactly.
That black eyed hummus, and I don't like tahini. It had no tahini in it.
Yeah,
it was garlicky and creamy. He must have put the ice cube in when he put it. It was out of this effing world.
Wow.
So that's one I can talk about. But I don't really go to, so I don't eat for pleasure anymore. I had two weight loss surgeries. I had a sleeve and I had a bypass. So I don't eat for pleasure, right? I don't just go, oh, I'm hungry, let's go eat. If I'm eating, it's typically content. I can eat, a smoothie or a salad and be done. You know what I'm saying? Tropical Smoothie Cafe is one of my favorite places to go because you can get everything half turbinado because they put their sugar in there and dry them calories up. So that's what I do. So I don't really go for like pleasure, but that black eyed pea hummus was one. I'm trying to think of some others. Tiffany Dairy out of Farmers Branch, Texas, which is out of like near Dallas, at Roots Southern Table.
Oh yeah, I heard of them.
Yeah, she's got some good. She has a black eyed pea hummus too. She has some this beet salad with like candied pistachios or something, and like some sort of. I don't think it was goat cheese. It was some sort of like farmer's cheese or something.
Yeah.
Oh, that thing was amazing. That's the best thing on the menu.
Really?
In my opinion. Yeah, that beet salad was spot on, boy.
That
beet salad was.
God.
Oh, that beet salad was. Ooh, that thing was anointed. You tell Tiffany, we said hello. That beet salad was anointed. And it was like the striped beets, the red beets, the golden beets, the white beets. Oh, it was.
Oh, wow.
She played, and it was good.
All them beats has got a jam.
I didn't know there were that many beats.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
You know that?
I got the beat. I got these beats,
No,
but like
no.
that ain't the same.
That's what she jamming with all those beats. Oh my gosh.
We have to get someone to a farmer's market.
No, seriously.
Yeah.
So you see there's more than one kind of beets.
Yep.
They exist and they're good.
I'm gonna take Dante on a tour.
Please.
I'm taking him on a food tour.
Yeah.
Please.
And the next time you're in town, we'll go to a farmer's market.
I love that.
Fun.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
We'll just make a day out of it.
We can, and we'll go back and we'll cook.
Ooh. Okay. So we work with a lot of local farmers.
Yeah.
All of my stuff is locally sourced. There's a farmer. Shout out to Leah. She grows like everything, and she has chicken. She got the whole 9 yards. Like, and it's so nice. It's so cute. It's like she has like a little section in her backyard. Like, it's so dope. Shout out to Leah. I don't know if Leah watched. I know Leah follows you.
Hi, Leah. Praise the Lord. We coming.
Yeah. So we got Leah.
I'll bring you a skillet and a knife and a cutting board. I'll come with gifts.
And then we also work with these farmers that grow in shipping containers. So they supply us with stuff that we can't get during the wintertime because they're growing 365.
Yeah. So do you know, you ever heard of Tower Garden before?
I haven't.
You've never heard of Tower Garden?
Tower Garden?
Oh my God. Slight deviation. I'm sorry. Tower Garden is this contraption that grows all your vegetables aeroponically and hydroponically.
Really?
Right. So traditional farming, you grow, you'd have to do crops over your whole counter.
Yeah.
Hydroponically, just where Dante's sitting, you
grow
can grow the same, but you grow up.
Okay, I have seen that thing. And
the nutrients are recycled in the water.
Yep.
So you only use 12 minutes of electricity per hour.
Really?
And it grows these beautiful, like anything that's green grows. You can't grow like root vegetables and things like that, or bushes, things like that. But 80% of produce you can grow right in a Tower Garden.
Yeah.
And it comes out, and you can grow all types of the whole year. They have grow lights, so you can grow in your garage.
Really?
Oh,
watermelon.
Okay, I need to get one of those.
Pumpkins, watermelon, you name it. So I went to Baker's Creek Seeds. Right, it's a nursery in Minnesota. I spent $600 on like Yamato silver watermelon, candy stripe watermelon, pink beets. Like they have these gumdrop tomatoes. Right, there's things you've never even heard of before in your life. I get so excited about this. Can you tell?
Yeah.
So I bought the seed. I got the seed at the house.
Yeah.
I haven't used it because I'm finna go to Asia for a month and a half. And when I come back, I'm gonna be here for a couple weeks before I go back. So I can't monitor the growth. You know what I'm saying? But you can grow everything in Tower Garden.
Oh wow.
It literally is like, I wish I would have thought of this first.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, coming to
I'm like mind blown
coming
right
to DariusCooks.com.
Yeah, I wish, right? No, listen, I wish, man. I wish. But it's an amazing contrast. So you talk about farms and all that.
Yeah.
So what they're doing, like even in Dubai, where it's all desert, they have these greenhouses, right, that are temperature controlled to cool it off because it's too hot. You put a greenhouse in the desert,
gonna heat up. Yeah.
It's too late. So the temperature control to cool everything off, so it keeps it like 75, 80 degrees all year round. And you just get, if you get 100 tower gardens, each tower garden grows, I want to say like 30 pounds of food.
Oh, wow.
So you multiply that by 100, you're running all year round, and it doesn't depend on the season, right?
Yeah.
You put the seeds in, and it's like 100% growth rate.
Oh,
it
wow.
goes to vermiculite, and give it a couple days, it sprouts. You clip it in, you run it, you come back in, 2-3 weeks, you see the growth.
And the best thing about those is that you don't have to pull from the root. You can just pull leaves off, and it'll continue to grow.
Yeah, you can pull leaves off, but when they harvest from the root, and when you see these root systems come out, these root systems are outstanding.
Man,
yeah, it's the next wave of like
this
food.
has just turned into the Farmers Podcast.
I know, right? I know. Sorry,
I'm here for it.
Sorry, but when you put foodies together and you mention vegetables, this is what happens.
No,
okay?
seriously. Yeah.
So yeah,
honestly, I'm learning a lot, and this sounds innovative as fuck.
It is.
Yeah.
It's beyond.
Yeah.
When you see it, because now what happens is traditional farming, you waste so much water. Water goes to the ground, it becomes groundwater. You can't recycle that water, so you're wasting more water trying to grow more plant. This, you use the same amount of water, you put the nutrients in the actual water itself, so you know what you're feeding your plants, and it recycles itself. There's a pump, it goes up, it comes down, it hits the roots, it runs in the next 15 minutes. Seamlessly. And if you want to do it like inside a garage, they have grow lights. So you put these grow lights all around it and let it go.
Yeah. That's crazy. It's funny. Actually, in our original renderings for this restaurant, that whole wall was supposed to be that.
Yeah. Well, it's a great thing to have. So I haven't really dealt because I've been too busy with life. But at some point, don't worry, I'm coming.
Oh, that is a triggering
Is that our timer?
sound.
No,
that is a triggering sound. It like activates fight or flight when I hear that iPhone alarm noise. Bro, it's like a reality check.
Oh man.
Okay, so I want to move more into the just criticism, and then move more into the St. Louis, ecosystem.
Yeah.
So when it comes to, because you're a content creator, you're an influencer,
I guess.
What are some elements in feedback that you like to see in constructive criticism?
That I give or people give to me?
That you get. And then also, like what you give as well.
So I don't really get a lot of constructive criticism on things that I do because and I'm not boasting about this, but I typically tend to craft what I do around what people expect, what my community, what my core community expects.
Yeah.
So if my core community says, I want a glass of water, I'm not going to give them a glass of tea.
Right.
I'm going to give them a glass of water. I don't get criticized.
Yeah.
Right. It's when I deviate from listening to them that I get the most criticism. So just recently, I was going to do this project with two other guys called the Three Kings on tour.
Yeah.
One is a baker, I'm a cook, and one is a bartender, or he owns a mobile bartending business. I'm thinking, great partnership. Let's put it together. Let's run some stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
Never in my wildest dreams did I ever think about the fact that I had conditioned my audience to accept dining with Darius Cooks for the last 8 years. So if they ever see me in a capacity where they're coming to eat my food, they normally know it in that particular format.
Yeah.
In my mind, I've divorced from that format. They haven't.
They haven't.
Yeah.
I got an earful of criticism about the event, we never even did the event, but the location, the menu, the offerings, the value, the cost. It was just a lot that I had heard back. So what do you do with that? Right? You go, okay. You listen to them and it's gotta be public. You just go, I hear you.
Yeah.
I wasn't listening to you. Let me make the changes. Let me go out to the drawing board. I'll be back. That's it. You pivot. That's it. And I did it publicly, which is great because then they could see he values our feedback and our opinions. And when you get it right, they're there to support.
Definitely.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's good to listen and understand the perspective where people are coming from, And that kind of moves into St. Louis.
Yeah.
So your last trip was a memorable one. It was a memorable one. I mean, for a lot of people in the comments,
it depends on who you're asking.
Based on what we see in the comments section, a lot of people remember it. So how would you describe this go around? You've been here for a couple days now. You fly out tomorrow morning. How do you feel now?
A lot of things are different because I'm not here doing dining with Darius Cooks. I don't have a staff here, a crew. I don't have a videographer here. It's just me, right? So when you strip down all of the fanfare, you can just kind of hit the nitty gritty. And I'm also not just doing Black-owned restaurants. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So my opinions now of St. Louis have slightly changed. And this is gonna come across and it's gonna sound bad. I don't mean it to be bad, but it's gonna sound bad. And there's two St. Louises that exist, right? There is a St. Louis that wants to stay stagnant. There is a St. Louis that wants to accept the status quo. There is a St. Louis that does not want to change, even though they say they want to change. There's a St. Louis that is okay with mediocrity. That's the St. Louis I experienced last time. Still exists to this day. Right? I can name names, but we shouldn't, right? You move on to opening up and experiencing things that are different from what you had last time, which means it's a different socioeconomic status. A lot of times there's different races involved, right? From a mindset perspective, you've got people who are progressive thinkers now who are now entering the chat, right? Absolutely. So now you've opened up the landscape to a different level of St. Louis than you did before, which gives you a different appreciation. And if I could be very honest with you, what I've experienced puts St. Louis on the same map as a New York, Chicago, and an LA. Right? And I knew that it was here. Just had to find out where it was. And unfortunately, it's not prominent in the Black community.
Which is tough to hear.
It is not prominent in the Black community. What is prominent in the Black community is what you know already. This progression, this movement outside of this, it's not here in the Black community, man. It's not. It's not. And that's so sad.
It is.
It is.
You know, I posted fried rice from Ferguson. Shit's almost viral. I posted 5 out of 5 on everything from Blood and Sand. 100 comments.
That's crazy. I mean, that alone speaks for itself.
That alone is crazy.
That's not conjecture. That's not hyperbole. That's not hypothesis. It's a fact. That is an honest fact. That what deserves and gets a 5 out of 5, most of the people in my community don't appreciate it. Who wants to go there? They serve kangaroo tartare. Yeah, but you miss the beef cheek poutine.
Right.
You know, with the cheese curds and the fennel bruschetta. You miss that. You know what I'm saying? You're missing the fusion of flavors because you're not, you know, somebody on my live today, or it was a post. How do you choose the cocktails? I have a hard time when I'm going out choosing cocktails and, you know, I stick with what I know. I say, you look at the menu and you look at what looks familiar and just go with it. You never know if you're going to like it unless you try it.
Right.
Absolutely.
They're too safe. They don't want to branch out.
And that's really why I set up the restaurant the way that I did, because people are scared to try new things. So when you paying $200 a person, you really don't have no choice but to eat what's put in front of you.
Right.
You got 7 courses worth of food. So when we put octopus in front of people, or we put rabbit in front of people, they're like, oh, well, shit, I ain't got nothing to do, but I have no choice but to try it. And then they try it and they fall in love with it. And it's like, you just have to be able to push your boundaries because people are scared to.
They won't. They won't. They won't. And in St. Louis, it's unfortunate because some of the ones who are vocal are the ones who won't change. And not only will they not change, they won't even admit that there needs to be a change. This is my city. This is what we do in my city. But there's so much more you could be doing. And if you look at the landscape of where you are on the success level, it speaks to where your mindset is today. And that's a God to honest truth. That's anybody. That transcends race at this point. That transcends socioeconomic status. But there is a correlation between your level of success and your mindset. And the fact that you are still where you are and you haven't broken past means there's something going on with your mindset and you're cool with accepting things the way they are. And I just don't roll that way. I don't roll that way.
It's so frustrating to hear these things because like we are the ones that want to see St. Louis move forward. We want to see the innovation. We want to see people challenging and breaking out of their comfort zones.
But it's crazy because we see that, but then we're also the people that are blacklisted. and we're the people that people don't support.
Hello, join the club. Join the club.
No, seriously, it is so crazy.
Welcome to the Blacklisted Podcast.
Right, this is exactly what this is. Yes, they'll try to cancel you in a minute.
Absolutely.
I completely understand.
Yeah,
and it's so unfortunate. So it's like, what do you do? How do you push past this?
Yeah,
and I think making a commitment to just stay true to who you are is important. But like I told you, there are ways to get around it, and unfortunately, it's leaving.
Yeah,
there's no other way to say it. But to leave, and I hate to put it that way, but it's like the people don't want to change. Don't let them change. Let them stay where they are. You change. Yeah. You get better, right? You evolve. You become more robust. And then what happens is you come back and they go, oh, I like him.
Yep.
I'm the same one.
Oh, yeah, we go way back.
Yeah, I'm the same person. Yeah.
Remember we went to high school together?
No, I don't remember actually.
We had that one class.
Actually, I don't remember.
We saw each other at the grocery store that one time.
No, I don't remember actually. I don't. It doesn't ring a bell for me. You know what I mean? So it's unfortunate, but that's what y'all got here, man. You got two St. Louis's that exist. You don't have one St. Louis. You got two, especially in the Black. And you do have some progress, and but it is, man. It's education, economic status, socioeconomic. It's all plays a part into what you want to do and what you want to be. And it's, again, I don't know. You got two, and you got to cater to them. I don't know how you do it.
Yeah, because let me break it down to you a little bit for our industry on the perspective of St. Louis.
Yeah. And then once you do that, I'll talk about like the influencer content creator side of things.
Okay.
Like videography and all that stuff.
Gotcha. So real quick, our industry is broken down first by race, but then it's also broken down tiered with the Black community. So luckily for me, I have been able to pivot and be able to be a part of both sides of it. So I've seen it. But it's just so divided and torn. And so what me and Jazz actually did, we created a company called Revify Hospitality. And so what we do is we invite these Black-owned restaurant owners and the white restaurant owners to come together and just hang out and chill. Yeah. Because there's so much that we can learn from each other, but they just look at the race or they look at the image and they're like, well, why wouldn't you want to collaborate?
Right.
You can learn from them.
Right.
But they always think that there's a mentality of there can only be one.
Yeah.
There can only be one Black restaurant that's topping the charts. There can only be one Black chef that's the best chef. No, that's not the standard.
Yeah, you can have more than one.
Yeah.
But I guess the other question is, how do you bring the people along? Because the people's mindset, like I'm thinking this conversation should be a St. Louis general conversation that should be had on multiple levels.
Yes.
And I know they're not having this conversation.
They're not. No.
So is this even important to them? Where's the value in any of this? So, I mean, there's a lot to think about because you have to curate the experience. So then you go, how far do I even go?
Right.
If you don't want this, what am I doing this for?
And that's
if you don't want me, don't talk to me. Go ahead and free yourself.
No,
you know
seriously.
what I mean? Yeah. It's tough.
Yeah.
It is. I mean, whenever you talk about the just kind of stagnant nature of everything, that's even with content creation, influencer marketing here. Like we are further behind other places because we're just so content being where we are. And personally, I don't feel that way. I want to keep seeing things grow and scale and improve and just be better for everybody because there's room for everybody to eat. There's plenty of opportunity. It's just we need to stop gatekeeping. We need to actually like collaborate, and there needs to be a sense of community. Community is such a huge, it's just the foundation of everything. Just having that collaboration and just willing to work together.
Yeah.
But is it willing to work together or knowing how?
That part.
To work together.
That part.
Right? Because that's why I'm over here thinking.
I think it's a combination of both, really.
I'm going to say the name. You can bleep it out if you want to. Very vocal. Wanted me to come try his rice and his St. Paul and whatever. He's gone live several times. He's since been blocked. So this is going.
Okay.
Super passionate. But I'm like, do you realize what you're saying to me? You want me to come try your fried rice. Sir, this is St. Louis. Y'all call them rice houses, I guess. There's a fried rice restaurant everywhere in St. Louis. What are you doing with your fried rice that makes it so different? And so how have you elevated the experience? It's the same fried rice. Why do I want to come there? Right? He's super passionate. He's like, but for some reason, I don't know what it is, right? Like the passion's there, the desire is there, but maybe he doesn't know how to collaborate. And I honestly think, even if you have a conversation with these people, they come away offended.
Yeah.
And you're like, my point isn't to offend you, but you coming at me real hard on coming to try this fried rice, and I'm telling you, I don't want to eat carbohydrates as a meal. Right? Like I don't.
Yeah.
What else you got for me? Man, we could do whatever you want. Hey, can we communicate like normal people? Where's all this aggression coming from? So that's what I'm saying. Like, there's a difference between knowing how to collaborate and wanting to collaborate.
Yes.
He might want to. I don't know if he knows how. And then even if you go a step further and say, let's have a conversation about this and figure this out, is his mindset and his level of understanding in such a place that he can understand and appreciate that and then learn how to course correct? And the answer is definitely no.
And I think for us, one of the biggest things, and Dante can attest to this, when it comes to collaboration, it starts with communication.
Sure.
Absolutely.
And a lot of people don't know how to communicate. A lot of people, when they try to collaborate, they say, well, what can this person do for me? It's like, well, no, what can you do for this person?
Right,
what are you
right,
offering?
right.
A collaboration is a relationship between two people or two businesses. So it's like both of these parties have to, they have to want it.
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely takes both parties to make something happen, not just a give and take.
Yeah.
It's not an exchange. It's just like a
No, I agree.
work together.
Agreed.
Yeah.
We're all passionate about seeing progress and seeing things move forward, but it's just going to take a lot of work to get there.
Yeah.
And it starts with everybody just, like you said, learning how to work together.
Sure.
And also just having that desire to work together as well.
Yeah.
So,
no, for sure.
Yeah. That's where it all begins. Yeah, that's a good stopping point. I think that's a good takeaway. And then we can pick this up next time that you are in St. Louis.
Next time I come to St. Louis,
Yes.
I'll be here. Because we got.
When do you think that's going to be?
Sir, I have no idea.
Well, let me ask you, where are you going next?
Where am I going next? Great question. So I think I'm going to go to Charlotte next week.
Okay, nice.
Okay.
I think I'll do Charlotte for a couple days and then head on back. I've got a little dinner party I'm hosting at my house for some friends. I'll throw something in the oven for that. And then the next day, I'm on a flight out of here for over a month.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I'll talk to you and I'll send you a postcard. I'll talk to you
Please.
when I get back and we can figure out what's happening. And even when I come back, because the thing is I'm building a restaurant and a house.
Right.
So the thing is I don't know what's going to happen even when I come back. Because when I come back, I might be here for a little bit, but I kind of want to go right back. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be here. It's nice.
I don't blame you.
Yeah.
It's beautiful over there.
Yeah.
Like the food, the people, the weather, the energy.
Yeah.
The police don't carry guns. There's no violence. You don't have to lock your front door. People leave money sitting in their car. It's
wow.
It's very different.
Wow.
It's very different. Everything you've heard is
The
true.
fact that is taboo is crazy.
Like
That should be the norm.
My business
Literally.
partner, Tommy, that I just randomly met him and we just randomly became business partners. And I send him money and it goes where it needs to go. It's so crazy. The trust factor is amazing over there because nobody's out for greed.
Right.
Even at restaurants, the employees, the servers make like $140 a month. The managers at a restaurant will make $400 a month, and the head chef makes $700 a month. They don't work for greed like that.
Yeah.
And then the owners of these businesses, if the business isn't doing well, the workers get together and figure out what to do.
Really?
Yeah. Here it's like,
That's how it should
you the
be.
boss.
Yeah.
You the boss.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
they're like,
not
let's
my
do
problem.
this, let's do this, let's collaborate, let's make this happen. The whole spirit and energy of how they move. I got this property, this land. I got this land that I now have for 25 years. The guy who's there, they speak Indonesian, so you have to go like sit on their porch, and it's a whole custom thing. Drink water and take your shoes off, child. It's a whole thing. So anyway, he says you can you can do the deal. That's fine, but I want to see an agreement, a contract between you two before I say yes. Right? So he's like, even the guy, my business partner, even though he's a local Indonesian, his other local Indonesian won't even allow him to do the business deal until he sees something that I signed that says I'm the owner.
Wow.
That's just how upright they are.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying everybody's like that. They got
Yeah,
some shady
yeah.
practices.
Oh, yeah.
But for the most part, and then Tommy, we were driving around the whole weekend. He's $300 of Indonesian money sitting in his car. Keys in his car. Get out the car, leave the keys in the ignition. The people, they get off their scooters. The keys are still sitting in their scooter. The purse is on the scooter. Nobody bothers it.
Wow.
Nobody steals. I mean, there's petty little stuff in touristy areas.
Yeah.
But the general spirit of Indonesia, they don't do it.
Wow.
Police don't even carry guns.
That's so different.
Wow.
That's so different.
Now, why I want to be in Houston?
Right.
When I could be eating 66-cent dragon fruit with a squeeze of calamansi lime on top. And the calamansi lime grows like dandelions here.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah.
You can go pull it off a tree anywhere. The lady, I went to this beautiful cafe. Lady fixed my food at this cafe. Some of the best food in my life. Little shit on sticks, mahi on a skewer, wrapped in a banana leaf with lemongrass paste and whatnot. Wow. Chicken, everything. There's noodles with the fried shallots on top and the whole thing. And so I ordered this tea with the lime in it.
Yeah.
The heifer goes to the side of the building, pulls a lime off the tree, comes back, cuts the lime.
Oh, that's a different level.
I said, where you get this from? She said, it grows everywhere here. We just pull it off the tree. It's a lime. It's calamansi. And I go, oh my God. Now you take a dragon fruit, a sweet dragon fruit, there's 60 cents. The dragon fruit at HEB.
$6.
$6.
Yeah.
$5.99 I paid for one. 60 cents. And you go get you a fresh, squeeze it on. I had diarrhea for 3 days because that's all I ate. It was amazing. I took every Imodium I could to lock me up. It was that good. I sat there. You know what I'm talking about, mother. You know what I'm saying, right? I don't know how old you are, but you're at an age where you know you can't. How old are you? 41. Okay, I'm 42. So you know good and damn well if you eat too much of this, and you know we contemplating our life. You know what I'm saying? You have to do risk analysis. You have to outweigh the risk versus the benefits.
Oh and my God!
I said to myself, what am I gonna do with this dragon fruit and the yellow ones and the purple, the
really?
Ones? Oh Lord, they're so good down there. You cut them up, you squeeze them out, and you sit there with your legs crossed, with the thing with the sunset, and you just no TV. You just sit there and you eat. It's the best thing in the world.
Wow.
Now, why I want to be in Houston?
Right.
You just described a movie plot.
Jesus.
That's what it is. No, but that's the experience you have over there. So it's
that sounds beautiful.
So I don't know when I'm coming back.
Long story short, it could be never.
That's
I'm
pretty.
I'm gonna go to Tokyo. Next weekend for a week, and then I've got some stuff I'm gonna do over there. I've got this food blogger girl over there, Katie. Yeah, she's gonna take me around. We're gonna eat stuff, video, and do the whole bit. Go to markets, go out to the country, and go to a farm or two. And then I'm on a plane. I go to Bali for a month. So when I come back, I might be here for a week or two, and I might be going right on back over to Bali.
Yeah.
So I'll let you know.
Man. Yeah, I mean, that's some pretty good competition. We can't really.
I was going to say, we can't compete with Bali.
St. Paul or calamansi off a tree. I mean.
A St. Paul or a 60-cent dragon fruit.
Yeah, it's a no-brainer, Dante. It's a no-brainer, my dude.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Well, I guess you'll have to tell us about that next time.
Definitely.
I'll let you know.
Thanks again for joining us here in St. Louis.
Absolutely welcome.
We're happy to have you. Thank you for also being here,
Of course. My pleasure.
And then thank you for tuning into the episode. Don't forget to hit subscribe, drop a like, ring the notification bell, never miss an upload, rate the show 5 stars. What else am I missing? Probably a lot, but I don't care. Have yourself a damn
Whatever
good
you
one.
miss is in the bio, down below.
It's in the bio, description, show notes. You can find them and keep up with everything they're doing. So thank you.
Peace.
That's a wrap. That's a wrap.
Woo! We did it.
Man.
My camera is burning,